everybody, welcome to ABC Gluten Free. Thank you for joining us today. As you can tell, we have a very special guest with us, right? We have Eliana here with us, and of course you guys know Sophia. So you guys know what we're making today?
Yeah.
Well, I mean it kind of says it on the sign, right?
Yeah.
What are we making?
Pies.
What kind of pies?
Pumpkin and sweet potato.
So Eliana picked pumpkin pie for today, so of course she knew what we were making, and Sophia picked...
I didn't pick it, you picked it.
Yay! One for me! I picked sweet potato pie. Why did I pick sweet potato pie?
Because you're obsessed with sweet potatoes.
Just a little bit. Alright, do you like sweet potato and pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Alright. So today we're going to be making both pies. Someone's calling? Who's calling? Is it your phone or mine? Tell them, go away, hang up, talk to you later. We're busy right now, sorry. Alright, so we're going to be making sweet potato pie and pumpkin pie. And we're going to talk to you mostly about the filling this time because we talked to you like a bazillion times about the crust. But the girls are going to make a crust for you very quickly, right girls? Ready, set, go. So they're going to get all the ingredients for the crust, so we're going to go over it very quickly. Flour. Actually, I'll let Sophie and Eliana tell you what they're going to be putting inside of this bowl that's already been used. ABC, already been chewed bowl. Yeah, use that one. So we have a bunch of different flours that we just added into our, so whatever flour you like, it could be King Arthur, Namaste, the Really Great Food Company, whatever combination you like. We're going to actually do a grain-free one today, but previously you have seen us do a regular pie crust. And we're going to be using Kerrygold butter. So we are going to do dairy. If you can't have any dairy, just substitute that with your Earth Balance or your coconut butter or your, what else, Miss Molly?
Coconut oil.
Coconut oil. I'm trying to think. Ghee, if you want to use ghee. Or if you don't want to use anything, you can just use an avocado oil. Or you can actually use bananas or avocados or something like that. Okay. But the girls are putting in here how much, girls? Tell them what you're doing. Sugar.
You're the one that said 3 tablespoons.
But nobody can see what you're doing because you're covering it.
3 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay, Eliana, what did you put in here so far?
I put in 2 shakes of cinnamon.
2 shakes of cinnamon. Got that? That's very mathematical. You passed math in my book.
Flour.
A cup of flour?
2/3.
2/3 cup of flour. All right, put one more in there, Sophia, please. Because that was, the 2/3 was when I was measuring out separate flours. So we want a cup of flour, a pinch of salt, 2 shakes of cinnamon, and would you put 3 tablespoons of sugar? 3 tablespoons of sugar. And then they're going to put the butter in. You want to cut the butter in, Eliana? So we hope, yeah, that's good. So we hope you guys BYON, right, Sophia? Right, Eliana? She's like, huh? Bring your own napkin, because even though Thanksgiving is right around the corner and you guys may be like freaking out already, don't freak out because we're going to show you how to make really simple pies. You can bake these pies ahead of time, or you can get everything ready and then freeze it. Or you can actually do kind of like, we're going to show you how to do almost like a raw pie. The crust is going to be baked. The filling is not going to be really cooked as far as putting it back in the oven and baking it again. It's just going to be an already cooked crust. So, already cooked filling, I'm sorry.
Out of the box, please.
Move? Why do I have to move?
Because we need our space.
Ooh, how am I going to tell everybody what you guys are doing if you kick me out? Can I go in the middle? Look, they're crunching me out. All right, I'm going to go over here. See you later. All right, so you guys have to hustle on the crust, though, because we're not crust time. It's filling time. So for the fillings, we have 2 options. We have a sweet and a savory. Sophie, you want to tell them about the savory or the sweet? You want to tell them about the savory?
I don't know what's the savory.
Well, what would the savory fillings be?
I don't know.
Sweet potatoes.
Really? That's savory? That's
Yes,
savory?
it can be savory depending on how many spices that you use. Ellie, what about sweet?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin, right? We're going to do a pumpkin pie and a sweet potato pie. We're going to give you choices of sweet or savory really for both because they can go either way. Go ahead, you want to wash your hands?
Yes.
Pumpkin can be either sweet or savory even though it is very sweet. But by you adding some spices, it can turn into something savory. We're going to try to do something for Jeremiah here, but he's actually going to cook for us a little bit of the gabagool and crisp it up first. You're going to do that, Jeremiah? Crisp up the gabagool? because we want to have some variety toppings for our sweet potato pie and our pumpkin pie. Ellie, I'm going to put this away, okay? You don't need this. Alright, move over and make the crust. Alright, so while they're making the crust, they're just going to get that all together. We have ice water that's going to go into that to just bring it all together. You could do a hot water crust, or you could do an ice cold crust, or you could do, sometimes we've done like the vodka crust before. You can do a vodka or a white wine crust, and that's fine. Brings a little bit of flavor to the crust, but it's not really super duper like amazing. Alright, so get the plastic wrap ready and the ice water. Right, you guys need ice. Yep. Where's the ice water? That's fine, it's cold, right? Yep. Ellie, you're here. Do you want to pour it? Here, pour and mix, and then in plastic wrap. You guys don't need this anymore, right? So Sophia and Eliana you guys could pass for twins actually. You guys look so much alike, right?
It's true.
They're almost the same size too. Eliana got so much taller in the past year, right?
Yeah,
I feel like it.
I did.
She finally started.
Jeremiah, that's not nice. So we actually had most of the Mazza gang here today except for Matt. And we're very grateful Clara's here. Want to say hi, Clara?
What is Annie?
Violet's here,
Hi.
Levi's here, and Miss Molly's here, and of course, gluten-free Grandma's here. But she's not waiting to eat because she already got her pie. She's done with the pies. She gets no more pie. But we might have to give her a little bite in order for her to clean up our mess. We'll see. We'll wait and see. All right, girls, get it going. It's got to be finished up and into the refrigerator. We're going to put that pie crust in the refrigerator, and we have one that's ready to come out that the girls did earlier so that we can actually start forming our crusts. So we've got a bunch of different vessels, and it really depends on your preference.
I prefer big ones.
So this is a oval size, this is round, and then we have like a nice little tart one, which we did earlier.
Excuse me, you're taking up our food.
Maybe I should go home. No, I am home. So we have different varieties, it's up to you. If you wanted to do like different sizes for different ages, or if you wanted to just do all the same, you can make these ahead of time, and you could just stack up all the crusts together and put them in the freezer. Or if you have like the disposable ones that are really good, they're like tinfoil ones. They come with tops. You can make it ahead of time, put the top on, and put it in the freezer or the refrigerator. Most of the stuff, if you're doing it ahead of time, you're going to want to put in the freezer because it's kind of like a long time. It was like 3 weeks away.
Yeah,
Right?
3 weeks.
It's too long to keep this in the refrigerator because being that the sweet potatoes and the pumpkin are not going to have any artificial anything or any in there, it's going to need to be frozen. Alright, don't overmix it, girls. Alright, so we have the ice water in there. It's about a half to 3/4 of a cup. I say to go slow because you don't want to over wet it, and then you're going to have to play that wet dry game. I hate that game. But anyway. Alright, I also have, for the filling, we cooked up pumpkins, we cooked delicata squash, and we also cooked sweet potatoes. So we're going to get those together, and we're going to show you exactly what we did with them after the girls get this and clean this up. Alright? You guys can actually get the ready crust out and start getting it ready to put into your vessel. Sophie, you want to put this in the sink? Put this in the sink. Allie, if you could put that in the fridge. Sophie, get the other one, get the other crust out.
Did it that
Yes, that's okay. Get the crust out. There you go. Good job. Alright, so the girls are going to pick one vessel to put their, whatever it is that they decide to make. They can do a small tart, they can do a pie, or they can do an oval. So the girls are going to pick. And what we're going to do is, I really don't want to take too much time on the crust, and I feel like I did already, but you're going to either press the crust into the pan, or you're going to roll it out, which takes a little bit longer. Yeah, and then you could roll it out and put it into your, whatever it is that you decide. Either way, it comes out exactly the same. So it's totally up to you. The crust is a little bit brown. Can you see that? It's a little bit browner because we added a little bit more cinnamon. It smells amazing, right? Smell that. It smells like a sugar cookie almost. I wonder if coconut sugar would really make it, although Allie doesn't like coconut sugar, right?
She likes coconut sugar, not coconut.
You like coconut sugar? Oh, so I think coconut sugar would be good in there with the sweet potato or the pumpkin. Probably make it really nice. Alright, so the girls are going to press their dough in. They can use their hands, or they can use a piece of plastic wrap, or they can use another piece of dough to press it into the, you want to get like an even around the crust, right? So you girls do that. Ellie, you wanna scooch in a little bit, or is that not? Don't elbow her. Don't elbow her. All right, can I have this? Thank you. All right, so we have our pumpkin that we actually cooked this morning, and it was a white pumpkin. So what do you think is on the inside? It's fairly white of a pumpkin. So that would be an interesting conversation starter if you're serving pumpkin pie and it's white. That would be kind of funny, right? So we're gonna just scoop out the pumpkin, and I have a bowl. I'm actually gonna, oh, you know what? I'll just use this one. So this was my bowl for the sweet potatoes, and I can just do that because I already blended the sweet potatoes up for you, so that you guys don't have to listen to that noise. That ninja is killer, right? My mom always says, she's like, that thing is so loud. If you guys have a Ninja, I want to know if you think it's that loud. I know the Vitamix is just as loud, right? It is. I want the one with the cover on it. You know, the one that they have like at,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Industrial,
yeah,
Yeah.
I want that one.
smoothie that shops.
Anybody know where that one is? Let me know. I just maybe need a used one. I don't need a new one. All right, so we're scooping out our pumpkin. And this is really easy. I mean, you can wait till it cools down. This one's not really hot anymore. And you can kind of, it really almost just falls out. The skin comes right off. It's almost like when you roast a pepper, the skin like falls right off. Look, I can just peel it, and all of the pumpkin comes out for that. Now this pumpkin, I haven't tasted it yet, so I'm anxious to see if it's sweet. Because the Delicados and the little baby ones were so super sweet, they were delicious. And those I already used. Alright, so I'm just scooping out the rest of it. You guys, I just use a spoon. I don't really get it complicated. I don't have like a pumpkin kit. You need to like have a pumpkin kit to skin your pumpkin. No. More savory. Way more savory. So I would say this one could be the savory pie. A savory pumpkin pie. If you wanted to do that. So with this one, we're going to add a few spices, and I'll talk to you about those in a second. Let me get that. I think that's enough for now. Let me go put this away. Girls, how you doing with your crust?
Almost
Yeah.
done.
You have anything? Jeremiah, the hands hot. You have anything to say about your crust? Now, the more they work the crust, the tougher it's going to get. So if they continue to press and pull and move, and it's going to be tough. All right, why don't you guys get rid of this? Eliana, can you do one more pie for someone else in this house? What?
There's no dough left.
All right, well, we have more dough. All right, so I've got in here just that,
We do?
that white pumpkin. I'm going to mash it up, and I'm going to take a little bit of chili powder. It's going to be interesting. A little bit of chili powder, not a lot. A little bit of turmeric, which I love turmeric. Probably going to turn it orange now. I didn't think about that. A little tiny bit of ginger. I can get it open. Oh. Just like a tiny little pinch, because ginger could be really super strong. And if you don't like it, don't put it in. Because it might overpower you. So if you guys have any Thanksgiving traditions, we'd love to hear them. We want to hear a little bit of cinnamon too. I just love cinnamon, so for me it kind of goes in everything. Did I put the salt in yet? Anybody
You
know?
did not.
Yeah, salt. Okay. I did?
Oh, she did? Oh, goodness.
You sure?
You just
I'll put a little. Can't hurt. So if you have any Thanksgiving traditions, we'd love to hear about them. We don't do turkey on Thanksgiving. I know. Boo. Don't write me bad letters. Nobody likes it in our house except for gluten-free grandma. And I can't have it, and I used to love it. So now we will be doing what, Sophia, for Thanksgiving?
Chicken or ham? I love ham.
We're going to be doing shepherd's pie.
Oh yeah, shepherd's pie.
I was like, what?
Well, I thought you meant what Grandpa does for Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Eliana, what are you going to have for Thanksgiving? Turkey?
Turkey,
Stuffing?
probably.
We will have
Gravy?
turkey too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremiah,
breast.
what are you doing? Your
No
sister?
turkey, no chicken, no ham, no big thing of meat unless it's chopped up.
I'm going to have
shepherd's pie
venison,
or lasagna.
shepherd's pie, and what else?
And
Rack of lamb is
turkey
my
breast.
favorite. Rack of lamb is my favorite, and Sophia loves it too.
Yes.
Or leg of lamb.
Legoland.
Leg of lamb, delicious.
Probably
I will
All right,
not have
Dave, if
Grandpa
you're
makes
listening, I want a
rabbit
leg of
stew.
lamb, please.
Grandpa
Four.
makes rabbit stew.
Yes,
You
he
don't like
does.
it? I think
Get these into the oven on a
I
on a
do not
pipe
like
on a
I need
dish.
a little dough.
That's good. Just put it in there.
He won't miss it.
We have more dough in the fridge, but that's okay. He can just spread it out. All right, so I'm just mixing up the pumpkin.
Do I have to put them on the pan or the next pan?
Put them on the pan. I don't want them falling
What
through.
pan?
Just get one. There's a million pans underneath that cabinet right there. Yeah, just grab one. It's okay.
Other side.
So they're gonna put this in a pan, 12 to 18 minutes, at 425. Now, today was like weird. I don't know, maybe because I kept opening and closing the door. It took like 22 minutes. So just keep an eye on it. I say 15 minutes. That should be enough. So now I've got the pumpkin all mixed up. You want to taste this, Eliana?
Wait, how many
Get a little
minutes,
baby spoon. Put it in for 12, okay? Get a few little baby spoons out of here. And we'll try this to see if we like the seasoning or not. And then I'm going to show you the rest of the fillings that I love. Taste that to see if you guys like it. What does it taste like, Eliana?
It's like butternut squash.
Yes, it does. You're right. Well, it's in the squash family, right? So,
That's yummy.
does it need more chili powder or
Salt and chili powder.
more salt? Okay, how about you guys do the salt and the chili powder, and then we can
It
retaste
needs
it.
paprika.
Go get the paprika. Clara, what's the matter? All right, so what I have here, I'm going to share with you, is my pumpkin custard. Now, this is probably one of my favorite things. I eat it in the morning for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Wait,
And it's pumpkin, coconut cream, maple syrup, cayenne pepper, turmeric, and cinnamon. Miss Molly knows all about this.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my favorite thing. I eat it just right out of this jar like this. I love it. It's amazing. So I would take this, actually, you freeze your pumpkin,
Oh
right?
my
I do.
gosh.
You cook your pumpkin and freeze it?
I do.
Like in a baggie?
I
So
do.
you,
Underneath the jar.
so you would have this ready anytime. So this is actually a way that you can make your pumpkin pie very easy. If you make this is just the pumpkin cooked,
Where's that seed?
blended up with all of those things I just mentioned, in a ready pie crust that we just baked off real quick. We can fill this up with this pumpkin and be done with it. We don't have to do anything else. We could fill that up, we could put toppings on it, we could put nuts, we could put meringue, we could put marshmallows, whatever we want to do. You guys okay?
Yeah, there's a seed.
Take it out. Or we can put in what they're making and rebake it and have another type of a pie. So let's see what the girls want to do. Girls, you want to put this in here and bake it off? Or do you want to put this in here and just eat it straight up?
I want to make
You want to make a pie. So you want to double bake the pie. You want to double bake?
Yeah.
All right, so, well, because in here we could just do a pie and wait for that one to come out. Because that's yours. What do you want yours to be? Do you want yours to be sweet or savory?
Savory.
What?
Sweet.
You want your sweet? You want sweet pumpkin? And you want savory pumpkin? Or sweet potato? All right, so you both have pumpkin here, but this is savory, Eliana, right? So we're gonna have to make you a sweet one. So Jeremiah, if you could get a bowl and get the pumpkin and give that to the girls so they can scoop all the pumpkin out. Put this stuff back. Why did you pick paprika salt?
Because we don't have any paprika.
We do have paprika, you just didn't find it.
Taste it.
All right, did you use this
No.
one?
I need to get the seed.
All right, let's see. That's very spicy.
No, it's not.
It's good though. I feel it. I like it. I feel it. All right, so that's a little bit of a spicy thing. So who wants?
It's not spicy.
But who wants a savory pie? Is what I'm trying to say. You do. All right, so you're gonna make this. Eliana, you want your pie crust, right? Eliana, you're gonna take the pumpkin out of here. Sophie, you're gonna help her. Get a fork. So if you're watching at home and you're not really sure which one you would rather have, I would say cook the pumpkin, blend it all up, and then you could separate it out like we did. We used half of the pumpkin for savory and half for savory and half for sweet. And that sweet pumpkin You can put whatever you want in it. Cinnamon, sugar, maple syrup, honey, agave, monk fruit, xylitol. What else, Miss Molly? What other
Stevia.
sweeteners? Stevia. It's up to you.
Maple syrup.
Yeah. So whatever it is that you want to sweeten your pie, go right ahead. If you want powdered sugar, go ahead, do that. So the girls are just peeling off the skin. Make sure you got all the seeds out. You got all the seeds out of the other side. All right, get the seeds out. And the seeds will actually gonna toast, and you can put those on top of your savory pie, or you can do them, toss them with cinnamon and sugar, and put those on top of your pie, which would be really yummy. Sophia, do you want me to make this one what I want?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my pie. Pie. I get my own pie. Finally, I get my own pie. Miss Molly will share this with me. So I just have the pumpkin that I already pureed up, and I'm just gonna spread it in there like this.
Oh, that's already.
This is gonna be so yummy. I could smell the cinnamon, which I love cinnamon. Might as well put more on there, right? Never hurts.
Pumpkin tastes good plain.
And then I can either do nuts, I can do cranberries, I could do a granola mixture that I have made up that Miss Molly and I love. That nut mixture is so good, right? I love that mixture. And I also have marshmallows. These marshmallows from Trader Joe's don't have any stuff in them that I can't have. Jeremiah has a crispy, I don't want that on mine, but that's a nice crispy.
I want that on mine.
prosciutto. Okay.
I gotta taste it though. I gotta.
Get rid of this. Eliana, do you want to use this to make sure up? Get rid of this, please, now. Move that out. Alright, so Miss Molly, what should we have on top of ours? Should we have toasted tiger nuts, marshmallows, a little bit of jam, granola mix? Let's see what other options we have.
That one's the savory one?
I think this is sweet.
Oh, it's the custard.
This is the custard. I think it's
It has cayenne in it,
very little, but yeah.
so maybe jam?
You want to try it?
Maybe jam, yeah.
It actually has got a lot. Alright, you're going to mix that up a little bit, mash it up a little bit more. Sophia, give this to Miss Molly, let her try that, unless she wants to come over here and do it.
Got it.
What do you think on top? It is spicy though, right?
Appreciate it. No.
Do you feel that?
Oh, a little bit.
Later. You get the heat a little bit later.
The
which is
granola.
delicious. The granola, okay.
I think so.
So we'll leave the marshmallows for the girls because I'm sure they're going to want
That
those.
was good with the marshmallows.
So we have our homemade granola that's actually seeds and nuts and a little bit of dried fruit. There isn't any oats in it actually, it's just seeds and nuts. You want to get Mommy's homemade granola? Violet, what'd you have?
So yummy.
What'd she have?
Bacon.
Okay. Can you get my homemade granola out of there, please? So we're gonna put that right on top, and actually we could have even done half and half, like we could have, like made our own little.
So good.
Sophia has these little
The little jam.
these jams.
Sophia,
They're
you
so
hear
good.
the word.
Yeah, I hear that word.
Oh, this is a little honey.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
So cute.
All right, go check on your crust. You're gonna season that. How do you want to season it? You wanted it sweet, you said, right?
Yeah.
Do you want maple syrup, honey, or sugar, or agave, or what would you like? What does Mommy want you to do?
I think maple syrup or coconut sugar are more fall flavor.
Yes. You want to get? Will you grab the coconut sugar for me? Because you know where it is. Miss Molly knows where everything is in this house, so this is good. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of this granola on the top, and I actually have those toasted pumpkin seeds and the toasted squash seeds that I'm gonna get out. They're gonna be super yummy. No, it's not. It's just
not.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, we have an open one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I had to poke like 4 holes in it because it was like bubbling in the top.
All right, good girl.
Once I poked it, it went down.
So-
Why is there a teddy bear in there?
That actually keeps it from getting clumpy, but you have to actually reset it. So you wet let me show them this. This is the clay, you know what this is, right?
Yep.
This is the clay bear. You wet him, soak him, I think it's like for 45 minutes, and then you put it in the microwave. And then you put him into your coconut sugar or your brown sugar, and he's supposed to keep it from getting clumpy. But you have to reset it every once in a while. If you notice that your sugar's getting clumpy, you have to reset it. So you have to wash him, soak him, microwave him, and then put him back in your container. All right, go ahead, Eliana. I think 2 or 3 of the coconut sugar will be enough. I want you to see what Mommy says.
Whatever.
So these are toasted delicado and squash and pumpkin seeds. They were super yummy. Girls, want to try these? These were so good. Mommy, go try them. They're so good.
Here, I'll
Come
get
try.
some.
I love these.
I'll take this. That's really good.
And I like when they clump together a little bit because then they just look really cool. So I'm going to put those on top of ours, other side. Do you like those? Don't ever waste your seeds, please. Like, you throw them away and it's just a shame. Because it's such a good snack. Alright, Ellie, you're good. You can close up the coconut sugar and put that away. These are so good, right? So crunchy and yummy.
Popcorn.
I like them a little well done. That's my preference, so. Alright, here's our one pie ready to go. Sorry, baby girl. Oh, that was a little bit of me. Sophia, did you check on your pies? Yeah, okay. So now Eliana has her pumpkin, and she put some coconut sugar in it because she wants it sweet. Eliana, you want cinnamon. You always need a pinch of salt in whatever it is that you do make. I'm going to give you a pinch of salt, okay?
Okay.
Ready? Pinch of salt. You can do your cinnamon. And we're going to do an egg substitute in Eliana's, and so that we can all try it. So we have a aquafaba. This is just our clean water from a can, nothing special. We beat it down and add a little cream of tartar, and then we actually put a little bit of powdered sugar in it. So we're going to do a couple tablespoons of that. Ready, Ellie? Come a little closer to the Dana. Sophia, take the cinnamon away, please. Thank you. So I'll give you one. Now, if you can have eggs, you can do 1 or 2 eggs, depends on your preference. But with this, you actually won't have to cook this afterwards if you don't want to. The aquafaba, which is the bean water, doesn't need to be cooked. So you can actually just make that pie and eat it. Put it in the refrigerator, it'll get a little bit hard. It will firm up on the inside. Alright, so now take a taste and see what you think. And if you need to reset, retaste, or spice it up,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So now with the sweet pie, I think pumpkin pie is like one of my favorite things. We could blend this up to be a little bit smoother if we wanted to do that. That's good.
Really good.
I like the coconut sugar in there. Should we blend it up? Make it smoother or leave it chunky?
A little rustic.
You want rustic? I call it the rustic wrinkle too on my pies because I just wrinkle up the edges. I don't care what they look like. How would you like it?
Blend it up maybe?
You want it blended up? Alright, so Jeremiah's going to have to do that. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give Jeremiah the blending stuff. And he's going to go do that. Sophia, can you get the Ninja out of there? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right into the Ninja.
Where?
In the fridge, there's the big one. It's in there.
Oh.
We're going to take this. It almost looks like applesauce.
It does.
Collect all your stuff that you don't need. So this is our sweet potato in here, I think. I'm forgetting like which one's which.
Looks like it.
This might be the pumpkin, I don't know.
They're just the same as
Oh wait, this is delicado. Yes, this is the delicado. So if you leave your filling plain, you can do sweet and savory. You want to change your mind, you can change your mind. Or you could just leave it as is. Alright, so we're going to take this out. Eliana, what happened to your drink? Where's your drink? So I'm just going to take this out of here so she can blend hers up. Sophie, you want to try that? That's the delicado squash. It's super yummy. Alright, so we're going to put this, we're going to let Jeremiah go blend this in the Ninja. So everybody close your ears for a minute. Jeremiah,
This one, you want to try it?
ready, set, go. Bring it back to us.
Are you putting this in the sink?
If it clogs up a little bit and it doesn't keep flowing because there's not enough liquid in there, you can always add 1 or 2 droplets of water or milk or something that will actually give it a little bit of movement. But that pumpkin seems to have a lot of water in it, so I'm hoping that's going to be okay.
That's really good.
the fridge. I mean in the sink. Sophia, clean this off. Alright, so we have to get going because we don't want to keep you guys too long. Time is almost up. So Eliana and Sophia are gonna have to post their finished product. But we have blended up pumpkin.
It's almost done. You
Okay.
want to go check it, please?
You want me to check it or you,
Yes.
Eliana? Jeremiah can check it or Eliana can check it.
No,
Let
like
me
if
taste
it's
this.
done.
This is like,
It looks like applesauce.
I was just gonna say pumpkin butter or applesauce. You wanna try it?
Yeah.
No, just put your finger in it. There. Perfect. Try that.
Oh my
I love when we have like a million spoons. Levi, do you wanna try this? You don't like pumpkin?
He does like pumpkin pie.
Delicious.
You wanna try more? Ellie, taste it and see what you think. Alright, so pumpkin, delicious pie. You don't even have to cook this. You can just put it right into the shell and you're done. Ellie, you don't have to cook this. You know, you can just eat it like that. You put it in the shell and it's done.
Mommy, I think the thin one might be done.
Alright, well that's not gonna happen. So what we're going to do, because we have to go, time is up.
Done. I put it in
10 more minutes. What did you put it in for before?
It was in for however many minutes.
12, so it's on 425, are you sure?
Mhm.
Alright, I don't know, our oven's been a little bit, not really sure yet. So, do you girls want to try this, or do you just want to wait for yours to come out? Ellie, you want to wait for yours to come out, or you want to try that?
I think I'm gonna wait for mine to come.
Alright, so we will actually come back when it's time for the girls to try theirs after it cools, and we'll make sure we let you guys know. We'll post a little teeny tiny clip. We won't take up long. But, I guess we're done. You guys done? Or anything else you want to say? Come on in. Come in. Come in. Come in. Thank you, Eliana, for coming today to make pies with us. I'm sorry, you guys, that we don't have a pie for you to drool over except for this one. We usually have a lot more pies than this. What's the one we have over there? Anything?
Same.
Beautiful one.
We have oh yeah, you want to bring that up?
Tart.
Thank you. We have a sweet potato tart. These are delicious, and these are even good for appetizers or a little, before dinner. Oh, she can put it up. Yeah, there you go. So this is the sweet potato with the marshmallow flamed on the top. Look at that. That's
It was
delicious.
really puffy.
It was delicious.
Yeah, they get really puffy and then they shrink down after you. So you want to quickly get that picture.
They're
You don't want to
crispy
mess around.
too. Ready?
Ellie, run.
Ready. They're crispy. Ready?
All right, thank you, Sophia, for helping Mommy today. Thank you, Eliana, for coming today. Thank you, Miss Molly, for letting her come. Jeremiah, thank you for doing all the electronics and the crispiness. Gluten-free Grandma, thank you for cleaning up our mess. We will feed you later. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any comments or questions, or you want to share this with someone that you know might enjoy a delicious sweet or savory Thanksgiving pie, then tag a friend. And thank you guys for tuning in today. We want you to come taste and see how good it is to be gluten-free. Ciao. Ellie, you ready?
Aprons by REM Design.
Sophie does her little
Hair
dance.
by Technique. Makeup by Artistry. Thank you to our pantry partners and fridge friends. Follow us on Livestream, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube at ABC Gluten Free. ABC Gluten Free is a production of American Bots.
Have a delicious weekend, everybody. God bless.